Hello everyone, it's your boy Trace. Did you miss any action from IEM Dallas on the first day? I'm sure you did, which is why I am here for you with a video and a speed run of all the crucial mistakes from the teams on the day one. So enjoy. Anti from Falcons. See here the first smokes in connector. And there we have the second one. So 2 smokes, 1 spot, obviously. Communication error from Falcons. You'd rather smoke off CT to make sure that you have all the choke points blocked and denied. Falcons use 2 smokes in this position and they end up taking see the flash here from G2. They get 1 kill and they almost get 3 as well. So what has been a complete easy round with 0 casualties ends up with 1 and almost 2. This scenario, G2 has been saving their nades really well. You see Stu is throwing a Molotov as well. We have a smoke from the entrance at 35 seconds, which is just an extremely good smoke. Stu gets spammed. Monte dies. And this is where Stu changes his position to hold from the connector cave area, but Honda is already holding this. So a mistake from Stu in this round because, as you can see, there's no reason for him to hold it. They have this smoke up, but because they're not even holding this smoke, it is basically not even there because Madden just runs through it for free. Let's say Stewie were right in this position, it would just be 3 kills, Madden 20 HP, we also just running through the smoke. But Stewie panics a little bit because he thinks the cave area is open, and it's just miscommunication. He has to stand in, but just to show how important it is to actually utilize the smokes you're using in the round, and how quickly communication can cost you the good situation you put yourself in. This round Magisk is smoking A main. This is what you want to do obviously to get the A main control, which is one of the most important parts of the map. But he chooses not to use this Molotov. You see many players use this Molotov because you want to make absolutely sure that there are no CTs hiding in this corner or they're pushing, but he decides only to use the smoke and not the Molotov. He decides to keep it, and G2 just capitalizes on this. They go 1 for 1, but again huge CT advantage because Magisk is not controlling this area, and even Snappy gets killed here as well. And you see how it puts Falcons, they're stuck 3 men outside of B, as you can see on the radar, and they have to go B at this point, losing the entire advantage in the round. In this round Snappy gets caught out of guard, the Molotov comes in, and this is where he's in a position where he has to hold the left side, or he just has to go back. But you can see he's not really ready for any push. He's just, having his aim in the middle of nowhere really. Probably talking to the team, thinking about what to do. But just gets caught off guard. He also gets flashed, and this is where you want to be able to be in a position where you can get back when you get flashed like this. Good play from G2, but yeah, when they get caught in this, the start of the rounds against an aggressive G2 lineup with a stand-in, the rounds just get really hard to play. 2v1, 1v2 retake for Honda. He positions immediately to CT spawn. Pius is getting aggressive, and he has no idea Honda is this fast. So this is an awareness issue for Pius in this situation. He gives this one up completely, which obviously is a huge mistake. Especially with the mistakes Falcons are doing lately, they don't want to give these rounds up. Magisk ends up clutching it, but you just gotta get back in a position where you cannot get shot in the back. Play off your teammate. Don't take this advanced position if you're not really aware of what's going on. Sampires and Dupree ends up in a 2v2 situation. His peak is always risky. If he dies here, it's almost over. Survives. This is where we really have to play off each other. Now just quickly we can say this is well played from Sampires. He does not peek off of Dupree's contact immediately. You can see Monte is obviously ready for this. Sampires low HP. Does not give the frag away here. Well played. Gets the frag in the side, and this is where it should be an easy round for Falcons. But for some reason Sampires chooses to peek on this contact. This is where he just hide. Crucial mistake. Monte is under a lot of pressure. There's a time issue as well. Dupree doing some decent jiggle, survives the initial contact. But you see how fast Dupree peaks again after the tap. It's almost immediately 1 or 1.5 seconds after. If he just gives us 1 or more 2 seconds, there's absolutely no way monte can win this round. So 2 big mistakes from the Falcons players. Obviously insane clutch from monte, but 2 crucial mistakes from Falcons. So this is a 1v4 from Nexa. This is where the communication starts to happen. Miscommunication. Magisk throws the flash. Snappy's here, he's searching a little bit on the timing because he's planting. He gets full blinded. And just easiest kill for Nexa in his life. And they even getting lined in a little bit here. So these situations, this is just, again, a little bit miscommunication. Obviously Magisk is saying he's throwing the flash. Maybe Snappy doesn't know exactly where it is, or he was maybe thinking that it wouldn't blind him since he threw it. So you don't really know what's going on. It just looks very silly. And again, just, yeah, miscommunication costs Falcon this extremely important round. In this round, B execute with Tech 9s and 1 AK. Falcons are ready, 3 men on the side. And let's just look at the nades. Madden has 1 Molotov. Sampire has a flash, Dupree even has a smoke. And a Molotov as well. Use the Molotov now. And this is where the nade starts raining in. But Falcons are not using any of their utility. Dupree's not using the smoke. If he doesn't feel comfortable. Madden is just sitting here with the flashbang. Not using the Molotov either. And they're basically just trading 3-3, which obviously is huge T favor. This is not nice to be retaking this as CT 2v2. So again, Falcons, they are in a perfect position. 3 men on the B side. They actually have utility to block this execute, but they don't feel comfortable using it, and it just bites them in the ass. You cannot hope for more. 3 men on the side with utility, and they end up just trading 3-3. Another round where G2 is doing some sort of B execute. Stu is alone in water, and he decides to blow this up. But right now, there are only 2 guys on B, Falcons, and they're feeling the pressure. We saw just the rounds before where there were 3 people. Now there are only 2. But when Stewie decides to do this hero play, blows up the smoke and he dies, it just alleviates so much pressure for the CTs. They can pretty much just stand here and just aim. Aim on the B, and Madden don't have to be afraid of behind anymore. They can just take 3 duels to free on Madden. Just because Stewie gives up his position. So if he just stayed alive, Stewie, in this situation, it would just put so much pressure on the Falcons team in this round. This round, Falcon uses double smoke again, this time in A main. You see here 1 and 2. And this is a huge deal in Tier 1 Counter-Strike. Being down 1 smoke because you're using 2 at the same time is a huge deal. And just to show what happens later in the round. Falcons are going 3B, but this leaves Dupree and Sunpires all alone on the B side with absolutely nothing. Dupree has no nades, Sunpires has a flash, which is essentially useless. If they didn't use this smoke, Madden could have dropped his smoke to out Dupree and Sunpires, and they could block one of the entrances off, and this would give Falcons time to have that 3rd man rotate in. Madden could make it back from the rotations, but because they don't have the smoke, it's just full on duels, and there are only 2 men on the side, which is just an impossible task for Falcons. They're really just relying on individual skill. Sunpires is holding middle, he gets flashed, and this is where you usually see the Orber take the shot immediately and leave because you don't want to die, or you take it a little bit after to try and catch the terrorist who is waiting for you to do the immediate shot. But Sunpires actually does nothing. This does shoot. He doesn't really fall back immediately, and he just gives the entry away for free in such a crucial round. As we know, the entry kill is the most important frag. Probably around 80% of the rounds are decided on this entry frag, so crucial mistake from Sunpires in this round. So we have a 3v3 retake. This happens. Now Woro knows that Flames is on the side, but in this situation he chooses to turn around to clear main, which is just, there's no point in doing this at this time. This is not a dangerous angle for him. He knows that Flame is on side, of course he's gonna peek this first, so basically gives his life away for free in this really important weapon round. No, he also had a mate in door who could back up, and it doesn't even matter if Apex comes up vent, he never turns around here, it's just not worth it. This round we have a rare mistake from Saiwu. He wanna back up the lower bomb site, but he wanna shut down the door, but he doesn't do it immediately. As we see, he sort of goes back, and that 1 second cost him his life in this situation. First we have the messy inner combo. Molo fails the flashbang. This is obviously something you should really practice before the game. Such a crucial pistol round in these MR12s especially. And misses the flash, also the jump here, just, yeah, not in sync at all. And then we have Stygo, who's now, we got a 3v2 in favor of Monte. And again, this is where you don't have to take these chances where you're putting yourself in a position where you're getting shot in the side that I've been talking about. Stygo puts himself in a situation where he has to clear lobby, as we see here, because he's pushing, and he just gives away this kill absolutely for free and really opens the round up for Vitality. Then he's getting mollied here and flashed, and just lack of awareness, he doesn't have control of the Molotov and just burns. He knew it was there before he got flashed, but just can't calculate the how it spreads. So just gives this entry away completely for free. Got a ramp rush. Stygo has his ramp smoke up, but essentially does nothing for him in this situation. He's not peeking. The terrorists also, they're already past it, and just gives up the entry for free. Tries to get away, gets caught. Crucial mistake. Vitality going inner. Molly's behind the silo, and as you see, Saiwu is just waiting for Krasnal to take the bait. Krasnal has a smoke in this situation, so instead of just turning the Mollo off, playing some time, he decides to peek. You see, Saiwu just takes the bait. And Monte was actually in a pretty good situation. If he turns it off, Demka can come out and help as well. But because he just gives this way for free, it's just easy to get inside for Vitality. So a mistake from Krasnal to peek this immediately. As you see, Saiwu was just completely waiting for him to do that. And also in this round, Woro 2K, good kills, but you see his lack of awareness right here in this spot. Just walking with his back turned out. Just walking to Spinx's crosshair. Again, giving it away for free because he's not aware of the angle, and there might be another one here. 4v3, favor complexity. This might seem like a little thing, but I want to show this anyways. JT, instead of jiggling this one, what you want to do here ideally in my opinion is you want to jiggle this. JT jiggling for long. If he sees them, he can swing on site, he can call for help, just kill him as a team. But he wide swings here. And as you see, this duel is kind of sloppy, but usually Twist is going to win this duel. But he kind of sloppy, and he gets him in the end. But this is where he could easily die to Twist. Twist is probably favored in this one. So, small thing, do the jiggle and just peek him as a team. Doesn't go wrong here, but that's besides the point. So we have a B play here. Jakinda into, and JT is all alone now. Jakinda going through the smoke alone, giving JT a 1v1. And as we see, this is important Molotov out here to the left. This means, there will not be coming any backup inside. There's also smoke. So even by chance there was one close, it's not that huge of a problem. The most important issue at hand is clearing this guy JT in a proper way. Skulls also just peeks him alone. And yeah, Kaden just trying to trade, but yeah. Skull's getting the first for free, and then he wanna do this shrimp jump, as we call it. He's trying to do a little jiggle while jumping. But the issue with this jump is you don't really have control of how much you're showing. You'll often see players showing way too much of their body. It's usually easier to just don't jump. You can go down, control how much or little of a shoulder you want to show. And just to showcase this, just look at Holzog's perspective. You see, this is not a jiggle in any world in the universe. There's no reason to do these jumps, and Skulls basically just gives this one away for free. Complexity setup, not really on point with what the contact point is. Obviously Floppy should have the first contact, but JT, they can actually see JT from upper dark before Floppy has contact, so just a mistake from Complexity, and the round is just immediately over when this happens. So now it's a 4v3, and as we all know, this is an unretakeable situation for the CTs. You even see CTs saving at 3v3s, but 4v3 is just almost impossible. But for some reason, Jacinda hears the smoke, he sees it now, but he takes this duel for some reason, and actually giving the CTs a chance to get back into the game. So overpeaking here for Jacinda, not necessary at all. We have JT walking through a smoke all on his own. Easiest frag for Jacinda. And what this does is, you know he's here, but because JT gave up the middle, it's so easy for Skulls and Twist now Arcadian to come and help him. So because JT gives off the mid pressure, Liquid can easily just throw everything in middle and help Jacinda. And it just really good backup from Liquid. But this move from JT just, puts them checkmate in this round. They could easily clear him from upper and from lower, use utility if they want to do that, but JT took a huge chance that didn't pay off. This round I want to look at Liquid's A setup. And for context, Complexity has not taken any control outside of long, they have not short, they have not used anything on dark or on middle, so Liquid also know that they should have utility to do this. Granted, it is kind of a low buy, but they have no idea how much utility they actually bought from the beginning. So they should know that they should have plenty of utility to go here if they chose to do it. And we see Skulls uses his smoke for the side, and then chooses to go back into this setup. And we can see how it ends. It's one Molotov, and he's dead without shooting. So again, bad setup. Big mistake. Doesn't do anything in the round. He even has a smoke left to do whatever he pleases. So we got a 3v3. Ends up in a 2v3. And Torsi is in good position. M4, full HP, Kevlar. And he chooses to want to do something more. And this is what we talk about. Getting caught in the side, just giving up every kind of advantage you might have. This is a fine position for Mouse. Don't need to do anything crazy. Just make sure you get in the duels. Play headshot angle down here, do something, but he leaves exertion completely on his own. I know Torsi want to do and try to gain some more advantage, catch a guy in vents, but just ends up a little bad awareness from Torsi, given the free kill and leaving exertion for dead. Here you're gonna see Buddha throwing a nade in the face of DGT, and Jimfat is just right here, killing him. Again, big mistake. Miscommunication, just throws a nade in his teammate's face. They're not saying what they're doing, they're just throwing. An easiest kill for Jimfat. A 3v2 retake. Get the first one. And this is where we see the mistake happening. Huazo Peak is trying to clear CT vent. Turned his back to the most obvious position. There we go. 100 HP, just dies in the back. And the theory behind this one is, guys, if he is CT vent, he will not be dangerous to the round. 9C will win the round. If he's CT vent, it doesn't matter. If he kills this guy in the back, he will be traded by Heaven, or he will be traded by this guy. This is not a good position to being in a 1v3. So obviously you want to clear these angles where T's are often playing, peeking on timing. So again, if the Brawler is CT event, he's not going to win it. So there's no need to hard clear it like this, staying vulnerable to way more important angles like this one and the one Brawler is in. Because as we can see, it ends up being a pretty comfortable cut for Brawler. So he just isolates all the fights. Time is getting low. And yeah, it's really easy. Something that should have been way harder for Brawler just makes it really easy. In this round, mouz is doing an inner rush. As you can see, 9C no mouz, they're on a low buy. Don't have money. And you always want to shut down inner. You don't want to get swarmed like they do here. They're just getting caught with flashes. 2 guys are dead before any backup can arrive. You always want to be 3, at least 2.5, 1 from Heaven, because this main guy is not a backup when the side is lost. So mistake from 9C here, not playing more for the inside when they know it's a low buy. Because the only way you lose the round immediately, almost, is if you die inner. If you lose ramp, you can always try and retake it. It's not a big deal as if you lose the entries on the inner bomb side. Some things happen this round as well. You can see the CT just spamming away, trying to get some kills in the smokes. Another guy spamming. Spamming. Torchi knows this, but he tries to get in the vent Torchi in this one, and he gets caught in the spam. And he could hear this, so he's just giving this away for free. No reason to get down in the vent. The CTs are always going to save this unless they're giving opportunities. And it just gives them a little way into the round. Small mistake from Torchi, granted, nothing huge, but it's gonna end up costing mouz in this one. Because Jimfat is flanking. You see Martineza is ready for this one. And the thing is, the theory behind this one is, as long as the main is smoked, Martineza will always be watching for this flank. He has no other ways to look. He knows there's not a T pushing the smoke, so he has to look for this flank. So mistake from Jimfat. In this round you see the smoke is still up, so the flank is way too fast. Jimfat gives away the kill, and suddenly it's 2v3, and they don't have armor, so all of a sudden it's an open round. At least that's the theory of it, but Jimfat actually also makes... We saw Martineza being ready for it, but Jimmy also actually makes a step. Let's hear it. There we go. He even stepped, so he stepped and he keeps on flanking even though he stepped. So again, overextension from mouz in these kills they are just giving away. And they end up losing a 5v2. Now we have a 5v3. 9C, no. They have every control, they have ramp. Then there's not a possibility that mouz can be under. 5v3. This is where you don't want to be in a position where you are holding many angles, especially when you're up 5v3. Then it should be much easier for you to make the right setups. But as you see, right now Buddha is open to main, so there's a possibility of him being timed here, so to speak. So when he's forcing himself to watch angles because of the setup they're in, and as we can see, he misses this timing, but it's kind of 50-50 where he's looking main or he's looking door, and they're peeking him, lose a duel. And this could go wrong now, there's an opening in the round. You do end up winning it, but again, it's the point of these positional mistakes that eventually is going to cost you rounds. We have a retake going on, 1v3. Time is getting low, but this smoke, you see now, these are 3 guys ready to peek him. But this smoke, now Martineza can't trade him. So this is just basically kind of a T-favored smoke in this 1v3. Sometimes you just want to shoot the terrorist, you don't want too many smokes up, it just, gives him more work to room in the clutch. And this is what you see some teams do, they just smoke whenever, because they're used to smoking. Smoking is good, smoking is bad, especially in this situation. mouz is playing versus full Glocks and 1 Tech 9. Obviously this is a round where you want to farm some money. Under Heaven. This is where Exertion gets dinged to 4 HP. And this is where you just gotta have the discipline. There's no reason to repick this at all. big mistake. No reason to give away your money, especially when you're down 10-4. You really want to save the cash, and mouz ends up losing 2 people to 4 blocks and a take 9 maybe. So big crucial mistake from mouz in this one. Lack of discipline. There's no reason to peek this with low HP. When you're low HP, you just go back and you let your healthier teammates take care of the rest. Jail gets the kill on Crimbo. His teammates are both very low. This is why he has a smoke. He can smoke CT up now to just alleviate some pressure from the CTs. But he chooses to go for this duel instead. And as we see, it just leaves, even though they have mollies for this, it's just they can't get out. If this is smoke, they can, yeah, at least get out, get the bomb plant, be in a situation where they can actually win the round. JL gambles on taking the control and winning the round immediately, but could have used the smoke before just to get some more room to play with. Pistol round. We have a 5v3. This is another scenario where we really don't want to die in the back. We can see Alexi is actually aware of JDC, but he turns around anyways, so it costs him his life. JDC just goes crazy, and the round is lost. 5v3. Again, you just really want to be in positions where you at least get to shoot at the opponent. It's the most important thing. First of all, JDC had a monster game in this one. I know it's a Blunder series, but monster game from him. But in this situation, you can see he doesn't have any information close, and he does this wide swing. This is again where you want to do a jiggle so you can see them. You can just take a step back and you can have your shoot them at the same time as your teammates. But he swings wide with no info, and he's just dead immediately to use peace. Again, small mistake, but still very important. Especially if they board, this round could easily go south quickly. So small thing, do the jiggle, don't wide strafe into areas you don't really know if you don't have any backup, which he didn't. IEM on the AWP. This is after this kill. This is where Big has to do it together, fix the spacing. Prosus also has a flash. This is giving him really easy shots. See, an AWPer could, someone who's not an AWPer could even hit these shots. This is where you just need to slow it down a bit, get closer to the wall, swing together. 3, the first kill obviously is always, he's always going to get that pretty much. But after that, you should really be spacing better together and make sure you can trade this guy. And that's it for part 1 of IEM Dallas Day 1. Obviously there might have been a lot more mistakes in these matches, but it would take forever to analyze. So these are the quick, crucial mistakes that are just getting explained really quickly to make it short. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.